Levitation is one of the most inconvenient effects to have in Minecraft. But what if you were stuck with this from the moment you spawned? Beating Minecraft, but you always have levitation. Is it possible? First off, it doesn't matter if this challenge is done in hardcore or survival mode, because regardless of the difficulty, if you levitate too far, there is no way back down, at least at this point in the run. When generating a world, make sure you start under or almost under a tree. You need the tree to catch yourself, move around, and you'll need lots of wood throughout the entire run. But once you chop your first tree, make a boat and get inside. Boats will be your best friend while moving around, so head to a forest and get stocked up on lots more wood. Wood will be used not only for boats, but trapdoors as well. This won't be relevant until we enter the Nether a bit later in the run. And like any other challenge, head underground and begin gathering materials. You may have noticed, but breaking blocks take a long time while you're floating. But soon, this will be solved. With your new stone tools, collect iron and begin smelting them as soon as possible. After you collect your first 3 iron ingots, craft a bucket because this will be used to mine a lot quicker, and also move around a lot easier. Because here's the interesting thing about water. No matter how much of the water you're touching, your levitation doesn't take effect while you're in it. So you can use water to get off cave ceilings and stick to the floor. And like I said before, it can be used to mine faster because when you're in shallow water, you mine as if you were standing on the ground. So collect the water from a nearby water source and finish mining the iron. Okay, before we search for a lava pool, let's get some food. It's very inconvenient to kill animals for food when you're stuck in a boat. So food sources that don't run away from you is the way to go. And if you run out of food in the Nether, there's always mushrooms for mushroom stew. With all of your food ready, head back underground and begin looking for a lava pool. And once you find one, begin building the portal. Creating the portal isn't too bad. It takes more effort to do, but with the right setup, it's just as easy as creating the portal normally. Well, if you can consider it normal. So once that's done, light the portal and enter the Nether. Lucky for us, finding structures in the Nether is super easy. You can just float over all dangers to find structures, so there's very little risk involved. But here's where a problem occurs. Unlike the overworld, you can't use a water bucket to get back down like before. But this is where trapdoors come into play. With a combination of boats and trapdoors, you can make your way back down. And this is why you need to get a good amount of wood, because lots of trapdoors and boats will be sacrificed while you're moving around in the Nether. And after a bit of searching, you encounter the fortress. There's not a lot to say here. Farming blaze rods basically work the same as usual. If a mob shows up, you can just float away, and the farm setup is just the same. So collect your rods and make your way to a warped forest. Farming endermen in a warped forest will be the easiest way to obtain ender pearls with levitation. And after a lot of rising and falling, collect enough pearls for the stronghold plus a few extra for later in the run, and head back to the portal. One of the nicest things about having levitation is searching for the stronghold. There is not really anything that can get in your way. And once you locate it, throw one of your extra ender pearls straight down, and you should be right above the starting staircase of the stronghold. So use your water bucket to stick to the ground and mine straight down to the stronghold. Activate the portal with your Eyes of Ender and enter the end, with your levitation still active, a few extra ender pearls in your inventory, and a dream. Let's break these crystals. Okay, this is actually super easy. There's nothing to explain here except remember to use pearls and water to get back down. And that's pretty much it. So is it possible to beat Minecraft while you always have levitation? Yes.